Hi Collective, and welcome to Springtide Readings. I'm Christina, I'm going to be your host tonight. We're going to talk to my team and see what they have to say. Parts may resonate with you and parts may not. Take what resonates and leave the rest, as they say, which is really, really good advice. Don't make it fit. You know, if I'm talking about something really fucking bad, then you don't want to make it fit. Which leads me on to my next bit. I do swear, so be prepared for that. If you really don't like it, then I'm probably not your reader, because I do swear. We get excited about things here. What else? Oh yes, the biggest thing, the biggest, most massive thing with the cherry on top. Huge thank you to Tarot 1111. You are an Earth Angel star. My God, you're amazing. She was kind enough, Mama D, as she's known to her followers, she was kind enough to post my channel on her community board, and my subs have gone way up. I think it was day before yesterday I was telling you guys that I had 4 and that it had gone to 10, and now I'm nearly 90. So, you know, things can change so quickly and go from such a not so fun part of life, and it can go on for decades. And then all of a sudden, something happens, and it changes everything. Now, I have to tell you that 2 days ago, I had a heart-to-heart with my inner self. And I wanted to find out what part of me is holding on to poverty. Why is my relationship with money not so good? And I pinpointed a moment in my childhood. In fact, I pinpointed 3 major moments in my childhood and young adulthood that I believe changed my outlook. One of the things was my mother stole a very large inheritance that my grandfather had left me. Complicated story, really. Jealous mother. Not great. Not a great situation to go through. So, you know, that made me not give myself permission, because she said that I didn't deserve it. So she was going to keep it, and she did. So that has changed everything, to look at that and to accept the fact that for whatever reason, subconsciously I picked up, I don't deserve money. Well, and it isn't even money. It's abundance. Because abundance can come in many, many, many different forms. You know, it's not just about the monetary side of things. But I tell you what, if you have a chance to do it, I highly recommend it, because it's incredibly therapeutic. And I think that you could go back and do lots of different things, like your outlook on love or your outlook on life, or, you know, you could apply it to pretty much anything that you find as an obstacle. And I suspect there was probably, either in this life or a past life, there was moments that changed your outlook. And you just kind of have to change it back. You have to say to yourself, you know what, I do deserve that. Not that, I hate the word deserve. I've always hated the word deserve. And maybe that's part of my problem. We do deserve happiness if we put in the time. You know, if you're a good person, then you deserve to be happy. Of course you do. You don't deserve to be treated like a pile of poo. Who wants to be treated like a pile of poo? Actually, to be fair, I know some people who do seem to like it. I don't know. Anyway, that's a different story altogether. So thank you for everything, for everyone. You have been just, the warm welcome that I've had from the YouTube community has just blown me away. Honestly, I've been quite emotional about it. So thank you so much for the tears of joy and the love and the kindness. It's been breathtaking. So thank you so much. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have spent all that time on that, but you know, maybe there's a reason for it. If you like it here, please subscribe. Would love to have you. And if you like the video, press the like button. If you recognize this reading for somebody else, share it with them, because it could help them. It could help them, give them insight and confirmation to what they already know. Right, so let's get into these cards. Truth on those tarots. My team is raring to go back there. All right, so let's pull some cards for the collective. See what you have to say for tonight. Card. Oh, geez. Okay. Gosh, that card comes out every night. Every night. That old paranormal interest. It always comes out. Yeah, well. Okay. There's a lot of cards there, you guys. I am going to say spirit communication, and you're protected. And I think you're protected against spiritual attacks. You've got a lot of self-love as well. All right, I'm going to hold these to the side for just a minute, see what else they've got to say on this. Although this closing a cycle, I think, is important. This is something that we talked about last night. Let's see what else they got to say. Cards for the collective, please, spirits. Spirits. Sorry, I never call them that. Team. They're like, who? Who's she talking to? Messages for the collective, team. Messages for the collective. Yeah, see, they keep saying that over and over and over tonight. Not in the cards. It's not in the cards. What they keep saying to me is there's no place like home. More 227 theme song than Wizard of Oz, but, you know, it's got a bit of soul in it. But there's no place like home. So either you've already found your home, because like I said, we're on different timelines. We all learn at different rates. You're either home and you've already found that spot that is safe and secure and stable, or you're headed up to it. And I think you're close, because I think you're coming up to this closing a cycle. No place like home. Messages for the collective. Messages for the collective, team. Right. Oh. Yeah, okay. Fine. Moving on. What do you want? Which deck do you want, team? The middle one. Well, they're kind of all the middle one from here to here. Sorry. I shouldn't take time to argue with my team. We should get this out of the way beforehand. It's unfortunately our working relationship. Huh. Really? No. Okay. All right. Sorry. All right. Messages for the wow, okay. Messages for the collective. Let's see what that one is. Messages for the collective. This is a Lover's reverse, so I'd say a relationship breaking down. I was kind of hoping for like a really happy reading tonight. Although, a relationship closing down, you know what? That actually could be a really happy thing. Really happy thing. We've all had relationships that we've thought, thank God that's over. You know, I've learned my lessons. I've taken what I need to take from it, and it's done, it's done, it's done. Now, see, I'll read intuitively, so I don't really actually... I've got to read intuitively. That's just all I have. That's the only way I can do it. I feel that this person is being stingy. They're holding on to their emotions. Okay. This has something to do with being hurt before by this relationship that it came to an end. And you're holding on to your emotions. Yeah. You figure if you surround yourself with your emotions and you keep them on your pedestal and you sit in there with your arms crossed. I mean, when people stand like that with their arms crossed, if you notice, they're standing with their arms crossed over their solar plexus. So they're protecting that central point. It's a protection. It's a protection mechanism. That's why he's sitting there in that circle of cups, circle of emotions. He doesn't want to go back to that. He doesn't want to go back to... Yeah, good grief. Bloody hell. I mean, you know... Okay, we're talking about an ex. We are talking about an ex. We're talking about somebody that you are not with anymore. They made you feel dominated. And to me, that looks imprisoned. It looks imprisoned by the situation. And the backstabbing. Good Lord, look at all those swords. Look at that. Not backstabbing. This person was not nice. Is this an ex? It is indeed. Okay. I don't know. I feel like this person is kind of in the background, though. I feel like although the relationship has come to an end, this person's in the background, and they're shadowing and affecting what you're going through now. And even though you've healed from it, maybe you've forgiven or however you dealt with that and closed that cycle down, there's still something else. There's still some sort of open wound. Team, is this person going to get in touch? Is that where we're headed here? Actually, for some, they've already been in touch recently, like around the holidays, maybe Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, around the holidays. Let's pull some more cards and see what they got to say. I don't want to give the team too much floor space because, well, they say some weird shit, really. Yeah, this person was big into their rivalry. You know, they wanted you to feel as though you had to compete with all these other people. You know, they weren't even really hiding the fact that there were all these other people that you had to compete with. However, okay, now we're getting to the nitty-gritty of this because it was meant to be. The situation was meant to be so that you learned your lessons, so that you could move on. And weirdly, well, not weirdly, actually. I personally believe, and it's just my personal belief, that before we are born, our souls are in another place, in another dimension. And we make contracts, and we make agreements with people. And when that happens, that way it enables us to learn lessons that we probably couldn't learn any other way. You've got to go through negative crap so that you can appreciate the good. And it isn't even appreciation. It's so that you know the difference. Because if everything that happens in your life was good and positive, you're not going to know the difference between really bad and really good, to put it simply. So this is something you asked for, I believe. I believe that this is something that you manifested, maybe even before you were even born. And the reason that you did it was because this was to cleanse. You see that, all that water from the divine, you know, it was to cleanse away this person with his hidden agendas and his rivalry and the rest of it. It's to cleanse that. You went through this for a reason. But I think the divine's watching. I mean, are you kidding me? Of course they're watching. I think they're orchestrating, in fact. And I think all those sleepless nights that you had all those swords through your head and through your back, while he's out with he or she, whatever, is out with their Three of Cups. They're third parties, sorry. That anytime you offer, you see he's like, these women are like, hey, and whoever this was, he's like, oh yeah, fantastic, 3 of you, great. But when you try to offer a cup, and even it coming from a divine place, he's like, nope, I don't want it. I don't want it. But I think this person's under judgment, and I think this situation is under judgment, in fact. And I think it will be laid to rest. And not only that, but it has taught you patience. It has taught you patience. If nothing else, out of everything that's happened, it has taught you patience. And it's actually taught you not to react so much. Not to be fire and brimstone coming out of your soul and your mouth and your throat chakra. It's taught you to be, well, it's taught you to be the Empress, doesn't it? And at the end of all this, at the end of all these lessons and all this backstabbing, imprisonment, dominance, hurt feelings, you know, the protection mechanisms, all that stuff. It has given you the ability to journey forward and meet this guy, this King of Pentacles, because that King of Pentacles comes up, keeps coming up. Yeah, let's see what else I got to say. Sorry. Team, do you want this deck or do you want to switch to another one? Okay. Oh, she got something for me for the collective out of this deck. Messages for the collective. Oh, close one. Yeah, see, I'm looking at this card and I'm thinking, you know, actually, not to be crude or anything, but she says swearing. This guy, oh, don't you see that? I don't know. Maybe you see that. Maybe you see that. Page of Wands. To me, what it looks like he's holding is a massive phallic wand. Looks like a giant penis. I kind of get the feeling that the Page of Wands is a bit of a penis as well, but there you go. And I was staring at the card thinking, God, that looks like he wants to fuck somebody over, really. They said it was about a message about somebody fucking somebody over. And what they're asking is for you to... Let's start him here, because I think this is a whole new chapter of this story. What they're asking you to do is not to react to it. For you to be realistic. Because this hidden agenda has been going on for over a decade. But you're closing a cycle. You are getting to the point where this cycle is closing. Can I use these? Please. Yeah, death of a situation. Courtship with disaster. But just as I was saying in the beginning, see, things happen for a reason. Just as I was saying in the beginning that about going back and trying to find out why poverty is such a big thing in my life, it's the same with this. You know, you go back, you do some meditation on it, ask your team to help you, ask the universe to guide you, to find out what it is that allowed you to let this person in your life to begin with. And I think that is what you will go, that will close. Hell, you could have been away from this person for over a decade, but it still colors the situation because they hurt you so badly. And I don't think you were expecting this person to do this. I think, although if you didn't see it, I don't know. This person was pretty obvious, actually, to me. Even if I wasn't psychic, it would still be pretty damned obvious that he was no good. A bad boy or a bad girl, either way. Let's see what these cards say. Messages for the collective. Oh, don't get a strop. I like these cards. Come on, you guys. Messages for the collective. 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 You guys are so stubborn. Fine. We're coming back to those, though, because I want to. Oh, I like them. I like the Kipper deck. I think they're awesome cards. All right. Oh, there you go. Interesting. Government official. Messages for the collective, please. Military personnel. Things moving fast. You know, I gotta say, and I said this before, I really feel that this here King of Pentacles is this guy. This military official, or this military personnel guy. Soldier, chap, bloke, whatever. Woman. It could be a woman. Just with a masculine personality. Masculine essence. Or however you want to word that. I think this guy's weirdly spiritual. I think he, whether it's trauma-induced abilities or genetic or perhaps all of the above, I think he's very spiritual. He just doesn't really want to accept that. I think he was raised religious. I think he was raised religious and not spiritual as it were. It sounds really weird, but I feel like you are his secret lover. You are this guy's secret lover. He knows that you're out there waiting for him. He knows that there's past life connection, that there is a wheel of fortune out there waiting. You know, this is meant, this relationship, or not even the relationship actually, because you may not end up having a relationship with this person, especially if you don't let go of, you know, all this pain and backstabbing and all that. I don't, you know, you probably won't have a relationship with him, really, because you're so guarded. But he knows you're there, and you know he's there. Ever see the film Lady Hawk? You know, she turns into a hawk during the day and he's a wolf at night. It's kind of that sort of romantic idea, but energy-wise. You know, you almost in the ethos brush up against one another. I guess that's why he likes you as a secret lover. Or maybe he's your secret lover. Or both, in fact. Let's see what else has to say. That's strange. I'm sorry, that was an odd direction. Let's see what else we got. Messages for the collective. Yeah, family ties. Can you clarify family ties for me, please? Somewhere down the distant past, be it in this life or or past, because it could absolutely be past life. I think his family knew your family, and I don't think they got along. Kind of a Romeo and Juliet feel to this, isn't it? Can you clarify? Yeah, sex. This is a weird reading. I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting a love reading, but here we are. Not that I ever really have any expectations about what they're going to say unless I talk to them first. But I was doing that in the beginning, but they want to talk about things that I'm not sure people are ready to hear yet. So we'll work up to that, I think. Yeah, I think this was a very sexual relationship. Team, can you clarify? Can you clarify that whole row for me, please? No, that doesn't really make any sense. Give that to me in simpler terms. There's no moving past the fact that the two of you really lust after each other. Put simply, that is what it is. There is, and it's not just lust. It's something much, much deeper than that. And I guess this is this whole twin flame that people are talking about. Can you clarify? Can you clarify? Oh, jeez. Okay. They're saying that there really isn't much else to say other than, you know, that's pretty self-explanatory, that this is a, a future love reading there. They're saying, going back to the present, right now. And see, the rivalry card came up before, and I thought it was just about the past, but I really, really don't think it is. Yeah, see, I still think you got a traitor in your camp. Somebody who is pitting people against others. Yeah. Let's clarify. Clarify. Team, would you like to clarify this? Can you clarify this, please? They said it's important that you know because you cannot travel here without traveling here. You know, it's fantastic to know that if the lessons are learned and you can get to where you're going, this guy is waiting for you. But until you sort this out and close this cycle, you can't have that. It just wouldn't work. And that's what I was saying earlier. If maybe you won't have a relationship with him if you don't sort this out, because, you know, it's I don't think it's going to take you long to sort it out. That's the thing. Just like that. And just like that, you could sort this out. I mean, that's to sound a bit trite, but, you know, if you put some energy into your shadow work, and I think that's where this problem is laying. Can you clarify this, please? Yeah, every single time, every single night we talk about this intentional spell work. This guy was clingy. He was always just, yeah. He's always just showing up. Yeah, Lord have mercy. I'm sorry. The reason I'm hesitating is because, oh God, I feel like this guy's going to send you a message and want to meet up to talk about old times. He wants to get you caught up and caught out in old times, in nostalgic sort of remember the good times and try to pull you back in. That, I really do think that's what this is. I think he's going to give you an invitation. And he's a con artist. And he's always showing up. And he's clingy. And you know it's true. I'd say stay away from him. You know you want to stay away from him. It didn't work out the first time. You know, it did not work out. Can you clarify this for the collective, please? Yeah, he always wants to pick a fight. And no good will come of it. If you go through this, and believe me, you are stronger than you think. And we talk about that a lot, actually. You're stronger than you think. You don't need this guy, and you don't need to go down memory lane. You know, it's not going to do you any favors. No good will come of it, because he's going to come in a con artist, and he's going to tell you what you want to hear, and he's going to show up like some sort of gentleman, but he's not a gentleman. All he wants to do is pick a fight. And maybe even he doesn't believe that in the beginning. Maybe he really genuinely believes that he wants to get nostalgic about things, or talk about love, talk about sex, talk about, you know, whatever he wants to talk about. But no good's going to come of it. And the fact of the matter is, if you go down that road and have this meeting with this guy, I think you might just miss out on something pretty fucking good. Because this guy over here, even if he's, yeah, no, so he is a soldier. I do firmly believe that. Clarify this. Gosh, flick him across the. Yeah, trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. I wish I could put that somewhere where you really, really see it. Trust your intuition. Because the fact of the matter is, you know. You already know. You know that this isn't going to work out. You know that this person is just, oh, he's full of shit. Damn, he's full of shit. Painfully full of shit. So you trust your instincts. You trust your intuition. You know, if your intuition tells you not to go to the grocery store at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday night, well, then don't do it. Or if it tells you to go to the store on 8 o'clock on a Wednesday night, then do it. You know, you trust your intuition. If he phones you and says, hey, baby, let's meet up for a drink and, you know, have a chat, and you trust your instinct. You probably already know that you don't want to go and that you shouldn't go. I think part of the problem is there's still love. There's still love, and the fact that he made you live in competition, it hurt. It really, really did hurt. But the fact is, you are a survivor. Yeah, see, there's that message again. I think he's gonna send you a message. Maybe he wants something from you. Maybe it isn't even that he wants to get nostalgic, and that's the purpose of his getting in touch with you, or to weasel his way back into your energy. Maybe that he needs you. Maybe he needs you for something. Because there's a message there, and also the get legal advice and court system popped out. So maybe he's in trouble. Maybe he needs somebody to vouch for him. Yeah, this man is it's a meeting. Yeah, it's a fresh start, rebirth. But that's, yeah, exactly. There you go. Fresh start, rebirth. But I think it's if you stick to the plan and cut the cords to this person. Because you really don't need to help him, because he has made his own bed. And the story he's going to give you is fake. It's fake. He's a self-medicating stalker on drugs. You know, this guy is not good. He's not loyal. He's wearing a mask. Addiction. Alcoholic. Master manipulator. You know, the list goes on, really. I could go through that whole 178 cards there and probably find there's about half and half of really positive and, you know, your negative sort of attributes of life, which I'm sorry, but we all have negative attributes of life. It's there to teach us. It's to teach us to be strong. Anything else you want to add to this? I want these, you guys. Let's see if we can get the team to give us one of these. Come on, you can do it, guys. Come on. Messages for the collective. Messages for the collective. Come on, messages for the collective. Oh. Okay.